Hello everyone. Today we are just hanging out on my couch, but we're going to be doing a definitely different style video today. I'm going to be folding my laundry and talking to you guys about like just what I think the world has come to, basically. I'm just kidding. I'm just going to basically ramble with you guys as I do some of my chores because obviously I need to get ahead on videos, but also I just have been really wanting to just sit down and talk. I feel like we are constantly in like a state of rushing, and I feel like I can just sit and do daily tasks with you and it doesn't have to be rushed, and life doesn't have to be crazy and overstimulating and packed full of things. So if you want to test your attention span, or if you just want to genuinely listen to, you know, how I feel, and you know, you can comment down below if you disagree or agree with me. I really would love to hear what you guys think about everything, but I'm not getting into anything political, not at all. I'm not in the mood for all that. I'm just talking more about like technology and AI and everything like that, which I guess could get a little political, but I'm not really gonna bring that into it because I don't want to talk about it. I don't like it. So let's keep politics out of it. No politics are added into it. So I'm going to show you guys first. Look at my beautiful couch. I got these from Walmart. I got this as a Christmas gift. It's a beautiful, beautiful bear paw blanket. The best blanket I've ever owned in my entire life. Softest, prettiest. I love it. I'm so scared it's gonna get stained. I'm terrified. Right? You can literally hear a dog chewing right now. She would be the problem. Anyways, my mood telling scar is telling me that I'm tired, but my smart brain told me, you know, you need to stay up a little later even though you have work in the morning. You need to stay up a little bit later. You haven't been productive enough today. So here I am waiting on my sheets and comforter to get done in the dryer. Because I was so smart and decided to put those in at 6 p.m. and forget about them. So I'm sitting here waiting for my bed sheets and everything to dry. So we're gonna be doing laundry, folding laundry. So everyone just please take in this beautiful view because in a moment it's about to not be beautiful anymore. First, I just wanna show you how much laundry I need to fold. And you guys are gonna be like, Chloe, it can't be that bad. It really can't. It can. Mind you, it's just me and my boyfriend that live here. Nobody extra, but there's a chair under there, by the way. Yeah. Right? Yeah, it's great. It's so great. Anyways, so that's what we're doing. I'm gonna go just grab a big scoop of laundry and see where the wind takes us, I guess. Yay! Great, love it. We're gonna start with this bin and we'll just go from there. My camera is already acting like it's gonna die. Oh, it's already showing me it's not gonna be a good day. So basically, long story short, I've been watching a lot of videos about AI, and don't get me wrong, I don't know like all the like things that go along with AI and like how it's technically powered or anything like that. I do know that it mostly takes like land and water to be able to power AI. And obviously, if you didn't know, I really love living rural. Obviously, we live rural. We have land of our own. And I could never imagine sitting down and selling my land to somebody that's gonna turn it into an AI plant. I mean, genuinely, like, the whole thought of that irks me so bad, but I've heard all about people selling their farmland to better give it to AI, like plants and stuff, because I guess they like give them an offer that they can't refuse. And that is so scary to me. It's just like, at what point do you just literally give your whole life away to AI, to technology, to something that doesn't even have like feelings or like anything like that? Which, like I said, I don't know a whole lot about like everything like that, but I do know that it's happening and like AI is taking over land that obviously we have a limited amount of. I mean, land obviously isn't going to grow anymore. We're not going to gain more land anytime soon. So the land that's out there is the land that we get. And I just feel like it's so silly that we would even think about wasting our land on an AI plant, honestly. But it's not up to me. I mean, this is the land that we have. This is what we get to, deal with. And this is what we get to do. So I'm just grateful for what we have. And, I've heard that they're contemplating turning like the Great Lakes into like AI plants, or like building around the Great Lakes, which I just think is absolutely insane. Why are we doing that? I don't think that that's right in the slightest, but again, that's not really up to me. I don't own the Great Lakes, I just think that like we should be protecting our environment more than we are, and I just think it's really sad. And I see a lot of videos about like the polar bears and stuff, and I love polar bears. I think they're so cute, and they're really good for the ecosystem down there, and we're just slowly killing them off with the way that we're behaving, all because we want to watch those silly videos that AI uses, or use it for an answer instead of just searching it up and reading somebody's article about it. It's got to be from a robot because it's easier and it's more convenient, which is what the world pushes, is convenience. That's why everyone loves fast food. It's convenient, it's easy, it's quick. And I'm not dissing on anybody that eats at fast food, because I eat fast food all the time, really. But at the same time, that's what our world has come to. We've been convinced that we don't have time for anything, and we really don't, because of how everything has been going and how we have to keep up. It's constant go, 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 go. No one ever gets a break, and then we're forced to live that way. And I just think that's really sad, really awful, No one catches a break. Everyone's sad, everyone's tired, everyone's sick. And you just have to keep going and working through it, because we can't afford to live any other type of way. And there are good sides of the world too. There are people that like share their fortunes and make the world a better place. And so the world's not an all negative place at all. But it does make me really scared, AI does. First off, because of how realistic it's become. But on top of that, just the fact that it's taking up so much land and, everything like that, it's scary. And I don't really know, like, what the world will come to if, that's what the new pollution thing is. I don't know. It's scary for sure, but long story short, I just think that we need to be more conscious about what we're doing and what we're using, and maybe convenience isn't always the best thing, Maybe there's other options and better options. But long story short, that's what I'm kind of thinking on that. I also just think that like the AI trends and stuff that they're using it for, like social media wise, is just like not that cool. Like it'd be cooler if someone actually like did what the AI stuff is doing, but I don't know, it's annoying. And I also, that kind of brings me into another thing. I grew up always wanting to be a like illustrator for Disney, and it's just not what it used to be. Have you seen a 2D cartoon, hand drawn, in a long time? No, I bet not. I personally, if you've ever seen Brother Bear, the artist behind Brother Bear, I think his name's like Aaron Blaise or something like that. He just came out with a new short film, and it took him so many years to complete, but he just completed it, and it's called Snow Bear. And if you haven't seen it, make sure to go watch it. It's on YouTube, and that would like support him and support an artist that really deserves it and is bringing back the 2D hand-drawn animation style, which I personally love, and I've always had this like deep admiration for it. I'm tired of seeing just like the boring 3D animation that like takes 2 clicks, and I'm not saying that making a movie in 3D animation is easy by any means, not at all, and I know that it takes a lot of time and effort and everything like that, but we also have to take into account that like, first off, let's be real, the 2D movies are much better. Don't get me wrong, Tangled is one of my favorite princesses. Don't get me wrong at all. But at the same time, the storylines were so creative and different. And just like, the beauty is just, it was so beautiful. All of the animation and art in it was just beautiful. Like Pocahontas is one of the most stunning films that I think I can ever like use as an example. Like the colors and the drawing and the emotion and just like everything is so beautiful in it. Regardless of what you think of the storyline, because I know it has some controversy, we have to admire like the art behind it. It's just such a beautiful and like very emotional film. And so, I don't know, I just feel like everything's being taken away from artists and farmers, the people who, you know, keep the world running, really, is honestly what it is. Like, artists keep the world entertained, and farmers keep the world fed. And without those two things, we are kind of screwed, honestly. Like, long story short, we're screwed if we don't have those two things. And those are two things being pushed out by AI. And so it's just really, like, sad to see, I guess. And, like, honestly, just really tiring. But I don't know. I think social media plays a big part in that because everything's accessible to us at our fingertips, and why not make it more convenient by using AI? And, you know, it's easy to use AI when it's sitting right there on social media and social media is pushing it. And, you know, I don't know. I think that there's just so many issues with it, and there's no right or wrong. Like, I'm not shaming anybody who uses AI. I've used AI a couple times to reimagine my kitchen and living area, so I'm not innocent of using AI at all. I just wish that there were better ways and more ethical and, I don't know, better ways to treat the world, I guess, and the land. But if you guys have any like additional information, or you want to argue with me, maybe don't argue with me, but like kindly put your opinion in the comments down below. Like, does AI scare you? Does the lack of farmers scare you? Because I mean, eventually we're probably going to get poverty stricken with how sparse the agriculture and farming industry is becoming, which is really scary. Honestly, it really is. But all we can do is hope that, you know, AI is kind of kicked out. There's laws being put in place, and on top of that, there needs to be more laws if we're going to talk really scary about some scary topics that are very crime-ridden and against children. If you don't know anything about that, that's not something I don't think YouTube really lets me talk about, but people are using AI in some very scary ways about children, in some very creepy, not okay ways. On children actors and just on children in general that people are putting on social media. On top of that, this will be like the last thing that I talk about before I end the video, but as a now part-time 911 dispatcher, I was a full-time one, I heard a lot about this. It never happened to necessarily our agency, and I hope that it never does, but people are using AI now to basically spam 911 calls to a 911 call center, and when that happens, all of the lines are tied up, and it takes dispatchers longer to answer the real calls. And so while this AI thing is spamming 911, actual crimes are taking place, and it's basically giving the bad guys more time to commit crimes and be evil and do bad things. Which is really scary. Another thing that I've heard through working in dispatch was they're using our voices from YouTube videos or, you know, TikToks or anything that you're sharing your voice on, that AI can grab from, you know, the web, the internet. They're using that to call your loved ones, and it'll appear like you're calling from your contact, and they use your voice, and it sounds like you're, you know, in danger. And then when you hang up, it's not you. It was just a AI call, but they're like saying that, you know, your loved one needs to send over money and all that type of stuff, and really puts your loved one in like a scary situation. So I don't know. I just want you guys to all be wary of situations like that, because that's dangerous and obviously very scary. Just stay vigilant, basically, is what I'm saying. Long story short, if you don't get anything from this, just make sure to stay vigilant and everything, because it's scary out there, and the world is scary, and it is a dark place, but there's light in it too, and you have to kind of think about it that way. I feel like there's light in the world, and hopefully the world's going to turn around soon. I mean, there's no promises, but if you know the way, you know the way. So, now's the time, I guess, more than ever. If you're feeling lost or not in control, you know who to call. You know who to call upon. And I'm not going to push it on y'all, but definitely think about it. But, long story short, the world is scary. Be the good in the world. Don't be naive good, but be cautious good. But yeah, just make sure to watch out for technology and AI and everything like that, because it does get a little scary as I'm sitting here posting this onto YouTube. But yeah, it's definitely getting scarier, and technology is getting like more advanced, and AI is getting more advanced. So I just want to make sure that everyone's aware of some of the scary situations that are happening, and that, you know, using AI and giving it a reason to keep going isn't going to help the world out any. So I hope that maybe even I change one person's opinion on AI. But in saying that, I will see you guys all in the next video. I don't know if this one is going to be, I don't know if the next one's going to be as ranty as this one was. Hopefully not, for the sake of somebody who doesn't like listening to my voice. But long story short, don't trust everybody. AI is creepy and scary, and we need farmers and artists to keep the world going around. So make sure to comment down below your favorite artist, or even a farmer if they have a social media account, which is very rare, I feel like. But definitely comment down below if you know anybody. I would love to follow them and support them in any way I can. So yeah, anyways, I will see you guys all in the next one. Make today a great day. Bye.